Good evening, and welcome to the AMUSIN portion of the Handshake Clinic. I'm Ronald Lieberman. I'll be your host tonight, and you might be aware of our mask. It is a Halloween production. It's my associate, Mr. Jake Tagliani. We have several handshakes we would like to share with you tonight. Our first handshake of the evening is the mess around. Demonstrator post. The mess around handshake. Thank you. Now for our second handshake, we'd like to do the roly-poly handshake. Demonstrator post. Steady. Thank you very much. You might want to use that one at a business meeting, the church social, or at the lake, especially after you've had a few. Now the next handshake we'd like to do is the Michael Jackson handshake. Demonstrator host. Thank you very much. And along the other lines of entertainment, we would like to bring the World Olympic handshake. No gold medal required. Now, for our last handshake we'd like to do for this episode is the 42 country, 21 beer handshake.
Stop, stop, stop. Ah. We have some important news. Listen.
What's going on? Hey, we're... Oh, God. Okay.
We must interrupt this broadcast of AMUSIN to bring you the following special news bulletin. I have been instructed to inform the public of a situation that is developing. I'm Pearl Jane Gate, and here's the news. Reports are coming in from East Tennessee of a dark green cloud that is forming in the sky and blotting out the sun. Tennessee Highway Patrol Officer Gary Howell said the cloud is dark green and growing. This dispels initial rumors that it is a rain cloud or tornado. Citizens are advised to get inside homes, shut doors and windows, open jars and boxes, anything that contains oxygen. We now go to AMUSIN Atlanta correspondent Rance Reynolds.
Now see, there's the standard American handshake, the brother, the cousin, and the you. Now can we go through that again? Now see, isn't that nice, Rodriguez? That's very good. A few more times. There's variations on the theme. We can come around into the flywheel and out. Excuse the interruption. We will proceed with regularly scheduled broadcast after this emergency.
Rance, can you give us any information about this disaster?
The phenomenon, Pearl, is of a frightening scale. This gas cloud is growing larger and larger. Pearl, the streets are simply pandemonium here. City safety officials say there's been a run on scuba gear, underwater breathing tanks, and people are fashioning themselves protective suits from trash bags, rolling away spare tires for air in them, and even some are carrying balloons for the stored air.
Rance, do you have any footage? Can you give us a closer look? Would it be possible to go outside?
Well, yes, just a moment.
Rance, are you there? What's going on?
The cloud will on occasion drop to the ground, snuffing out all breathable air. There isn't a count of casualties yet, but as soon as the report comes in, we'll have it.
Thank you, Rance. Very brave of you. Please, go back inside. Do you have any idea what this might be?
There is an early Reuters report that this pollution has gotten out of control and reacting with unstable ozone-deficient air mixture. Here are the facts as we understand them at this time. South American scientists, working on a way to patch the hole in the ozone over lower Antarctica, let into the air an experiment they call GLAXTON cloud cover. It is a self-expanding, ozone-generating compound. However, these scientists did not know at the time that EPA restrictions has recently been lifted in the United States. And this strange material is now reacting with harsher new pollutants in the atmosphere over the southern U.S., Jane.
This certainly is cause for alarm. This GLAXTON cloud is a bit reminiscent of the Cleveland air inversion of the 60s that killed hundreds of people. How dangerous is this one?
It's too early to say. We'll have to see how much of the population remains after the disaster is over and the GLAXTON cloud is cleared. We've gotten used to certain levels of pollution in our lives, and it's not until something like this happens that makes you stop and think. Sure, we know that 3 out of 5 wells have water that are unfit to drink, that cancer and other lung diseases run rampant, and we've come complacent with the sight of our forests dying, and yet we've done nothing.
So now we know what all the protesting has been about. Why has no one heeded their warnings? Rants? Rants? We now go to our New York technical correspondent, Dr. Ofelder, with a closer look at the situation. Dr. Ofelder, can you tell us more about what has evolved here?
Well, Pearl, it seems as though the professors at South Argentina State were working on a problem to help them win the Falkland War called the GLAXTON cloud. They realized early on in their early experiments in Tierra del Fuego that even there the temperatures were still too high to contain the cloud. They moved south to Antarctica. And from there, they worked on their project, and by golly, I was with them all the way until the ozone layer started eating away, thus raising the temperatures. And the problem of containing the cloud in this rising temperature was just too much. They didn't have the technical know-how to contain this beastly animal, and so it escaped them. It first tried to go out into the stream, and they had set up what they called it a containment field that ran from South Georgia across the Falklands into Montevideo. And from there they thought they contained this cloud. But the problem was the Gulf Stream captured the cloud and brought it on up. And pieces of it went into the rainforest in Brazil, and the rest stayed with the Gulf Stream, sweeping up into the southeastern United States where you are, Pearl, and also it's going on up to Great Britain and Norway. It's missing Ireland for right now, so that's fine. And the vacuum created by all this movement of air and cloud matter and the defoliation of the rainforest has created this huge vacuum over in China that is sweeping more and more air as we speak into the area. It's so much air, Jane, Pearl, I'm sorry, that it's like chow mein noodles are coming across the Pacific. Back to you, Pearl.
Thank you, Dr. Ofelder, for being with us. We now go to our South Knoxville correspondent, Wilma Dudd. Wilma, what is the situation in South Knoxville?
Howdy, Pearl. It smells pretty bad around here. It's not that bad, really, but it's not that great a smell either. And for this time of day, it's getting kind of dark around here too. But I live around here, so I can tell where I'm going. Right over there is the railroad tracks. Oh! Oh!
Wilma.
Oh, man.
Can you tell us more about the smell?
Yeah. Well, Pearl, it smells a little bit like a chicken processing plant and a refinery burning all at the same time. But it's not that bad, around here. I mean, I'm not going to run away or anything. It's not scaring me or anything. I really think, all them media types are just blowing this all out of proportion. What I really think is that, you know, Whitewater didn't go the way they wanted to, and they're just kind of a little miffed about it.
How can a giant foul-smelling gas cloud be attributed to a political movement?
Well, I mean, look at Rush Limbaugh, for example.
I see.
This is Wilma Dudd from South Knoxville. I'll be talking to y'all later. I'm going to go down to the corner market here and get me a chili dog and a pack of smokes. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
Thank you, Wilma. Wilma Dudd, coming to us live from South Knoxville. Still no connection with Rance. We now go back to our technical correspondent, Dr. Ofelder in New York. Dr. Ofelder, I understand you have some more information for us.
Let's see. Yes, Pearl, you know, it's a sad state of affairs that it takes a cataclysmic event like this to make people realize the importance of saving the sphere that we're living on. And I was just trying to work out some of the details to help my colleagues down at southern Argentina State. And let's see, we have the NC4 plus the GLAXTON cloud factor and subtract the 33% for the government. And of course we do have our iron and zinc, and it's kind of like Tums. And we go, oh my God, it's oh my God, it's worse than I thought. Oh my God.
Thank you, Dr. Ofelder. What ruin have we rained upon ourselves? If only we could have done something to prevent this. We didn't listen. Oh my God, I've just received word that Rance is dead. I'm going to go spend the remaining time with my family, and you should do the same. Goodbye. Just leave it on camera 3 and let it roll.
I've just come back from Pearl, and you know, the only real thing about this whole thing is that we are destroying the world. Not with this GLAXTON cloud. If you believe that, get a life. What will save us? You can save us. The real problem is we are killing the world, even if it does mean there's a vacuum in China. Have a good life and recycle.